Hey everybody, Gary here again, GK Aquatics. I got another species for you to look at. I don't know what, still haven't decided what to call this segment. Let me know in the comments down below. Today, in my wife's aquarium, we are going to look at the Neocaridina Blue Dream Shrimp. I love these guys. Everybody should have shrimp if you have fish that will allow it. Right here you can see this moss. As we get closer and closer and closer, you can see there's shrimp all over the place on this moss. There's baby shrimp, adult shrimp, all kinds of shrimp. Shrimp gumbo, shrimp scampi. No, sorry. That was messed up. That was wrong. I apologize. Look at that tiny one right there. Look at how little that is. And they are all over the other plants in this aquarium too. See, there's one. Always hard to see there. Up there. Let's see if I can zoom in right there. There's a nice one. But they're all over the place, but they really, really love the moss. That's where they hang out. That's where they breed. That's where they feel safe. And they eat a lot of the biofilm and other things on this moss. It just makes them really healthy. Look at all those. Okay, Blue Dream Shrimp. Neocaridina davidi. That's probably it. Davidi. That sounds about right. These are blue. Neocaridina come in all kinds of colors now. They started out with just like a red. Well, in the wild, they're mostly brown. They started out with a red variant for the aquarium, and now they have blue, yellow, they have green. They've taken the blue and the red, and guess what? Purple. They have yellow, orange, all kinds of colors, whatever color you want. We prefer the blue ones, as you can tell with the neons. Now these guys are super easy to take care of. The biggest thing is make sure you don't have anything in your aquarium that will eat them. Because they will. Now in this aquarium, we have neon tetras, completely harmless to shrimp. We have bristlenose plecos, completely harmless to shrimp. We have a couple of Corydoras hiding somewhere, completely harmless to shrimp. We have Nerite snails, harmless to shrimp. And somewhere, we've got a couple of rather large Amano shrimp, and they won't hurt them either. So there's nothing in here that'll hurt them, and they will not. I have never heard of Neocaridina shrimp harming a fish or other shrimp. I've never seen it or heard of it. Now the pH range for this varies pretty wide. It's basically 6 to 8. Again, these are in 8.2 pH. Hard water. I have hard water, concrete water, and they love it. Now, like a lot of invertebrates, Neocaridina need some hardness. If you go too soft, they need the minerals for their exoskeleton. Focus. Look at those guys. Focus. Look at them all. I didn't even realize there were that many. Wow. Yeah, they need the hardness. If the water's too soft, they just will not survive. Look at this. That one is so blue. Oh, wait a second. Come on. Let me get in there. Look at that. Ooh, she's pretty. That's my buried up female. Buried up means she's carrying fertilized eggs back in her rear swimmerets there. And these guys are all happy. Happy, happy, happy. Means I'm going to have more babies. Yeah. Their temperature range 65 to 84. I won't put these in my discus tank because it would be a very expensive snack for the discus. Now these aren't that expensive. Generally about $5 a piece. If you get like 10 of them, give them a good place, give them good water conditions, clean water, and a place to thrive like in this moss. You'll have babies in no time. They can't help it. Now, if you have them in a community tank like this, you don't really have to feed them. They will go along. Anything the other fish leave over and they don't pick it up, those guys will come out and they will pick it all up and they'll eat it. In the meantime, they do this. Like that's what these young ones are doing right now. They are eating on all this moss, on all these layers. There is biofilm and little critters and stuff like that. And they are just eating it, eating it, eating it. And they love it. Any little pieces of algae too. They'll go in there and they'll get all that. Now, if you have them in a species-only tank, I don't think I would rely on the biofilm and stuff alone for them. You would have to supplement it. They're omnivores. They'll eat meat and vegetable, and they don't really care. They'll eat just about anything. Of course, try to stick with quality foods. Most foods on the market nowadays are pretty good, though. There are some that are better than others. Is it worth 5 times the price? That's up for you to decide. That being said, even the expensive fish foods last a long time, so they're, so it's still not a bad value. Now you saw that big one there. That's probably, maybe 3/4 inch. That's about the biggest one I have. I don't even know if they get bigger than that. Maybe a little bit, but. There's a couple other things you want to do, especially with the little ones. But even with the larger ones, I don't know if you can see it, but even on my aquarium, I have an intake filter sponge, which needs to be cleaned. I need to get one with larger pores so it doesn't suck up like that. But that'll keep any babies from getting sucked up. I actually have those on all my aquariums, whether they have this or the guppies or whatever. I like running those. It's extra bio space for beneficial bacteria. I'll put a link to that at the end of the video. And it keeps the babies from getting sucked up. Now, another neat thing about these is you'll notice I have them on a dark substrate. They'll be okay on any substrate. They really don't care, but they will try to blend into their surroundings. So if you have them on a light colored substrate, say like a white sand or something, you'll see lighter colors rather than darker. You'll see lighter colors. And with a black substrate, you're going to see darker blue colors if you have blue or red or whatever they are. That's why you'll see most people keep Neocaridina shrimp on a darker substrate. We also like it. It makes the plants stand out better, we think. And the neon tetras, all these guys. Yeah. We're loving that. Yeah, they generally only live like 1, maybe 2 years, but they breed so easy that you won't even notice that. Alright, if you watched this far, it means you must have liked the video. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Hit that like button. Okay, you can share this video with other people. Subscribe to my channel. You'll see a lot more coming out with new videos every week. Okay, don't forget to put any questions you have or comments down. I'll scroll all the way down to the bottom. That's where you put your questions or comments. I will read them all, I promise. All right, see you next time.